All right, what is up, guys? We are back with Legacy Loading. This is episode 13 with a very special guest, Mr. Josh Briant.
The inevitable.
What's popping, motherfuckers?
What up, gang?
The notorious cousin Crypto.
I love how he talks.
Bro, it's nuts. I forget who was saying that the other day, bro, but they were just fucking someone I'd met for the first time and they were just intrigued. Because
they didn't know?
Yeah, because I'm around you guys and stuff, so like get used to it. But when it's someone's first time, it's just like sorcerers, bro.
Say this, say that.
But bro, like you say that people don't understand what you're trying to say a lot of times. I don't get that. Like I know
that's a New Zealand accent, right?
Nah, South Africa.
South Africa.
No, other side of the world.
He was from New Zealand.
I swear I thought he was from New Zealand. I don't know
Have
why.
you ever been to New Zealand?
Not New Zealand, but Australia. I've never been there.
Close. My apologies.
No, but like, do people actually not know what you're saying?
The number one thing is like if I go to a restaurant, I'm like, can I get a glass of water? Like, look at me, like I've just said some like foreign language, and it's like,
listen, me and you are the same then, because no one understands what I'm saying.
Nah, my buddy.
I'm so used to it now. You like both you guys.
Yeah, my buddy from the UK once went to Chipotle and he's like, "Can I get a water cup?" And they're like, they looked at him and they had this big smile and they're like, "Say that again."
you know what like completely like gets me going though? I'm like, you're asking me for a drink. I say water. What do you think I'm possibly saying?
Right.
What do you think I could possibly?
They're running through it in their head. They're like, Coke, no, Diet Coke.
Connect
no.
the dots.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, do you want to give a quick intro about who you are, what you do, before, because some people might not know?
But so yeah, I started doing posting TikToks, and that was where I first got on social media. I did that when was almost, I'd say, almost 2 years ago now, when COVID like first hit.
Damn.
And that shit was ass. I just started posting TikToks, doing that kind of stuff, and from there transitioned onto YouTube, and I was doing like fitness content, and then crypto started ripping. It's not ripping so much right now, but crypto started ripping. So I'd been doing that since like the end of 2016. I got involved, so I started talking about that. And then, crypto obviously has taken a shit in the last few months. So I stepped away from that a bit, but I got pretty big on Twitter. Cousin Crypto, I ran up like 110K on there, which was like for a Twitter account.
For Twitter, that's fucking yeah.
And I used to just do like out of pocket shit, just like dumb videos, like just because you think crypto, you think like suit and tie, like fucking tech guy, like, and then I'd come on there with like blonde hair and a fucking accent, no t-shirt, and it's like just screaming at the camera. So like I did that for a little bit.
And you're right a lot of times. Which is why
I mean, to be honest, here's the thing: is it's like when we're in a bull market, I call it up only mode. Like so everything's going up. It doesn't matter, unless it's a real piece of shit. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna pump. And then versus now, everything's kind of shat to bed. Yeah. But I pretty much. So I've been doing that for a while. Like I said, end of 2016, and I saw the big crash come in 2017, 2018. I got humbled real quick because I lost pretty much everything I had, which wasn't a lot because I was still a kid. But I saw it happen. So this time around, when we got, I think it was November or December of last year, I was like, listen, motherfuckers, I tweeted it out. I was like, I'm going to take the profits that I need to secure myself for the next couple of years, because I've seen what happens when it seems like it's, inevitably going to 100K, it's probably not going to 100K. So, and then, vice versa, when it feels like it's going to zero is the time that you should start buying back, when everyone's like, it's done, because it will come back 100%. But yeah, so I took my profit then and I gave it like a little rest from social media, just because I was like, I had this new fucking wealth that I never had. And it's like, I just wanted to, take a step back. So did that. And then recently came back and do kind of just YouTube for now, because I don't know about you fuckers, but TikTok is just AIDS. It's so easy for people to talk shit on there, and then I'm always arguing back because I'm like, nah, fuck that.
So it's more like a mental health thing. It's not like
but wait, when you started TikTok, you started with the like crypto theme, or you just started doing whatever?
I started with just like fitness. So I was, I started just doing straight fitness, and then slowly transitioned in some crypto, and then did a little bit of both. And
now
then
back to fitness. So.
Now back to fitness, just because, I got a lot of people breathing down my neck. Like, where's the next call? Like, I need another call. I'm like, motherfuckers, if I had given you any calls in the last few months, you would have lost money. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is just sit still, sit on your hands, but it's the right thing to do, in my opinion, because I'm looking at it now, and again, no expert or anything, but crypto had never seen like a stock market crash or like, you know, an actual financial correction. You know, last one was in 2008. Crypto was born after that. So I think, you know, we could potentially be going into like a pretty hectic financial correction right now with the stock market, housing market, all that. And I think crypto will shit tremendously if that happens, you know, just because everything's going to shit. So
That's got to be a lot of pressure though when people are like reaching out to you for like, what should I do with my money?
Yeah.
well, bro, that's
Because if they lose it, it's your fault.
Yeah,
No,
bro.
right?
Yeah, it is. And so like a lot of dudes in
That's
crypto,
fucked.
a lot of the influencers remain anonymous because of that, because you know, they don't want any of that bullshit. But what I said from day one was watch my videos. And if you are comfortable backing the motherfucker you watching on the screen with your money without doing any of your own research, that's on you, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
don't blame me.
But regardless, I'm sure you've had a lot of people who
Oh, yeah.
lost money on your calls, and were they like, did they DM you saying like "fuck you" type shit? Like,
yeah, you know, I'd like very few death threats, like 1 or 2. And I told him come catch his hand. But like, nah, for the most part, like I get a lot of love. Like I don't get a lot of hate compared to like a lot of the dudes, just because like I try to keep it as real as possible. You know, I'm just like,
But because you're not saying like, I assure you that it's
Right,
gonna
of
go.
course.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
of
you know,
course,
there's never any guarantee, and anyone that tells you there's a guarantee is a fucking liar. So it's, you know, it's one of those things. But I know, you know, I took a break specifically just a couple months ago, just so it's like, like hopefully motherfuckers forget about me for a little bit till I start coming
back, yeah.
and then I'll come back when the time is right. But it's just like I don't want to go, because the other thing is too, like I go back on the Twitter and, you know, start talking about the crypto stuff. It's just bullshit, because in my opinion, you know, this is not the time to buy. We're still gonna have a minute of, you know, downtrending. It's gonna take a minute to come back. So it's just like I'm rather gonna wait and put out content then be like, all right, buy now, than just fucking just say random shit now just to put out content. Because
Oh yeah.
you know, I can't be. A lot of dudes just do that. You know, call it shit posting and just sit there and just say random bullshit. And I'm like, I don't really have time for that. I'd rather get swole right now and then come back swinging.
right. How old are you right now?
21.
21.
Damn.
And
Damn.
how long you been in the States for?
Oh fuck, probably almost like 7 years now. I think I moved here when I was like 15.
From South Africa?
Yeah, freshman year of high school. And when I moved here, they either gave me the option, be the oldest motherfucker or the youngest motherfucker in your grade. I obviously took oldest. You know,
Obviously.
I don't know who would put themselves at a disadvantage for no reason. So like, yeah, I technically had to like do another year of school, because in South Africa we start in January. School year is January to December, like a normal place.
No pause in between.
That makes so much more sense.
like a
Fuck.
normal place.
No, like no summer pause or something.
No, we have summer and stuff too, but like I think here, like you have fucking long summers. Like my school, high school that I went to was like 2.5 months, like which is it's a long fucking break, bro. You go back to school, you don't remember anything.
Forget it.
Yeah, bro, you don't remember nothing. So yeah, when I came here, I pretty much did like an extra half a year, but it was easy, you know. I stayed back a year. I was the oldest dude, first license, first motherfucker to drink. That's all that mattered.
What was the biggest culture shock coming here at that age? Because like that's like a very
Oh yeah, completely. I mean, for starters, like you come to America, you think you full speak English, but you don't speak English.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's like a whole nother English. So it's just like, I mean, that was for me. That was like the first wake up call. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like it took me a good couple months to like be like, I don't know what the boys are saying now.
Like understanding like slang and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I mean, just like regular things. Like we don't call a trunk, we call it a boot. You know, just almost everything we have a different name. So it's just like,
I mean,
I was just like, that's great. We spell things differently too. Yeah, because it's like we would go on the English education system. So it's like everything was, you know, spelled differently, everything. So there was that. But then like the main one was how the kids treated the teachers in my school. Because
what kind of high school did you go to? Where was this?
I went to Calabasas High School. So, you know, pretty...
Was it co-ed?
Yeah, it was co-ed, bro. Which again was a culture shock to me because I went to an old boys school my whole life.
Okay.
But that school in particular, you know, it's home to like a lot of rich kids, like a lot of that kind of shit. So extremely out of pocket. Like the way I grew up, you know, you wanted to ask a question, it was raise your hand, wait to be called on, ma'am, sir. Pulled up to school in like full fucking blazers, ties, all that shit. Came to the US, kids were talking back to the teachers talking whenever they wanted. And it took me like a good 6 months because you'd get in a lot of trouble if you did that kind of stuff in South Africa. Like,
You get smacked.
I mean,
in Europe too.
not smacked yet, but like I'd say like 10 years maybe before I went to school, motherfuckers were still getting smacked. So it was like, you know, like you failed a test like 10, 20 years before I started school in South Africa. Fucking smacked, bro. Your socks are not aligned the right way. Fucking smacked. So
You're getting smacked in school. You're like,
yeah, bro.
sitting
No.
at your desk. You're fucking
So it's just like that to
Damn.
me. The fact
Different
that,
world.
like, the manners here was such a fucking shock. And I know people probably watch me and they're like, this kid has no manners because my mouth is so foul. But when the time is needed, you know, I have
Yeah.
manners. Like,
No, yeah,
Can
of
vouch
course.
for that.
yeah,
for
you know,
sure.
like I just go to like I'll go to like a restaurant or something, and just like people here, you know, they'll get their food, they drink whatever, just like look at the waiter and just turn back without saying anything. I was like, that is, I've had to apologize for some of my friends. None of them the homies I made here, but like back in California, I'm like, you didn't mean that, my bad. You know, get me
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
get me that. There's no
Yeah, yeah,
please
yeah.
and thank you,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
goes such a long way. So
That's like a California thing.
bro, for me, that was like the biggest culture shock was just like the manners and like how fucking rude people were. I was like, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I agree because in Europe is similarly that.
Yeah.
Also. Yeah.
Similar, you know, please and thank you. That it's just so it goes so such a long way.
Yeah.
Like now when I say it here, like people almost again, you know, like a double take. Like what the fuck
Or
this
they're like,
dude
yeah,
just said?
yeah.
Yeah, you know, what the
Why are you so nice?
Making fun of me?
yeah, bro, I tweak out, bro. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
So when you moved to this, when you moved to the States, you weren't doing anything on social media. You said like right about when COVID starts, when you started posting anything, and it was mostly about fitness. Like
Yeah.
what got you into fitness?
So I'm pretty much like I shit you not, this conversation happened. I was currently at Arizona State, which you know is not great for the health. So I was there and I was maybe like I think it was second semester freshman year, and I was drinking pretty heavily. You know, drinking is in South African DNA, and then you go to ASU, it's just like. Fuck.
Yeah.
And let me be honest, bro. Anyone that goes to college knows those first 2 years are bullshit. You can find all the answers online. You don't have to put any work in, you know? None of that kind of stuff. So I was drinking like probably 4 or 5 days a week and then just like eating canes, like fucking, just like a fucking dog. And I was a porky fuck. And I was just like, you know, I just woke up one day and I was like, I've had enough. And then I told my boy Kev, I was like, I'm gonna go rip these Psalm Johnsons, bro, because I started watching Greg Doucette on YouTube. I was like,
and he's definitely not advocating for SARM use, but you're like, I'm gonna take that shit.
Nah, and so I was like, I'm gonna rip those Johns. I went and copped them online, and like I went to work. Like I only took them for like 7 weeks and completely transformed, bro. I ripped some fucking rad, and I ran that shit. But I was dieting, you know, weighing my egg whites, all that kind of. I ate so many fucking egg whites, I won't touch eggs again.
Results
get
make
that
you
from?
cooked.
Yeah, bro.
Results make you cooked, yeah.
Fucking, it just
Dude,
like I just
that
woke
video
up.
popped off.
Yeah, bro.
Like I remember seeing that for the first time.
Yeah, and
like the original Cousin Sarms video.
My Psalms addiction.
Wait,
was
did
the thing.
Greg did a video about you?
Yeah, bro. And
Did
then
he?
it was just like, it was crazy to me because I just started watching Greg Doucette and like,
Yeah.
I almost felt like a little bad because I know there's so many people out there, like their dream is like for Greg or Derek to do a video on them. And like, that's
Yeah.
all they work to. And like, that was my fucking second video. Like, done and done. You know,
Don't get me wrong. If Greg watched this, you're a pretty annoying guy. I will be happy if he does a video about me.
Dude, well, the thing
So
is, like,
that took off for your channels? Like,
yeah, so I mean that one popped, but like at the time I'd already been ripping on TikTok. So I literally I just like once I got like pretty lean and diced, I made a couple TikToks with like my transformation. I didn't say I was natural, but I didn't say I'd taken shit. And fools instantly were like, 7 weeks, you're fucking tweaking, bro. And then I had Gano as a kid too. So fucking, and then you know the Gano comments, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, we're just gonna embrace it. Like, it's not that deep for me, you know. I've never.
Yeah, joke has gone.
Yeah, I've never in my life had one girl look at me and be like, "What's wrong with your titties? Like, I'm not gonna hook up with you," you know. So it's like for me, like the only people that give a
Put
shit
that shirt
are, like,
back on.
Yeah, bro, those little kids, bro, like in the TikTok
That's
comments.
crazy.
So I was just like, "Fuck it." But yeah, I did TikTok. I was ripping, and then I had so many people being like, "Get on YouTube, and I was like.
You definitely have the YouTube character.
I was
bro.
like, it doesn't seem like they just being nice because there was too many of them. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, we're going to get my boy in Arizona. He had edited all that kind of stuff, like was in the Discord. So like he knew like the tech side of it. I was like, fuck it. Let's go get a camera and let's do this shit. So I filmed my first one, and then it was just like me like eating like 50 grilled nuggets or something from Chick-fil-A. And I told the story about how I got kidnapped in Mexico, and then that was the thumbnail of my video. And then the next one was my Psalms
Did it
addiction.
popped up immediately?
Yeah, bro.
The first one?
The
Yeah.
first one did okay, but then what happened was my Psalms addiction just went. It was like a 5-minute video of me
Viral,
walking
huh?
around the lake.
5 minutes.
I
That's
didn't
it.
show any results, nothing. I had my t-shirt on the whole time. I was just like, yeah, results were heinous, this and that. And then my boy did like a little edit of me like rolling up a backwood and smoking it and then going through my grocery list. And that was my video. And that shit got like,
Damn.
I don't know, maybe
crazy.
like
How many views?
maybe like 170K. I'm not
Damn.
sure. So then that shit, like my first video started ripping everything else. And I was like,
Do you think it's because of the other social media in that moment, or it's just popped up like the
dude,
algorithm?
I don't know.
immediately?
I think it was just that, that title, that thumbnail. And it's also because everyone was talking about
Bro,
Psalms.
yeah, at that
because
time,
Yeah,
Psalms
yeah.
was so fucking
that's
big.
when
at that
Bryce
time.
That's
Hall
what
and the
freaking
gang,
kept me
they
down.
were ripping them and shit. So it was like, that's how I fucking got intrigued. Is I was like, what the fuck are these songs?
I guarantee if you
bro?
looked up Psalms on YouTube during that time, you were the top.
Bro,
your
that,
first
that,
video.
that what
without a
happened
doubt.
with one of my, I just started YouTube. You know that
What?
video. COVID started and I didn't know what to do. My soccer season paused. And I was like, I'll do home workout, like something.
Fine.
I did 1,000-calorie home workout. Woke up next morning, almost 1 million views.
Yeah, a million.
God damn.
I'm like, bro, I'm calling my mom. I'm gonna be a YouTuber.
I'm famous.
After that,
I made it.
after that, fucking nothing anymore. 100 views per video, bro.
Dude,
but they weren't
yeah.
Bro, it's
Nah.
crazy how everyone has a story during fucking COVID, like quarantine. Like,
Well, bro, because I feel like COVID was a time where, a lot of people looked in the mirror and they were like, all right, it's either time to sack the fuck
no,
up.
it's like, do I want to go back to my
Yeah.
job or do I want to fucking?
Yeah, and the way I looked at it too is I was like, everyone else is doing fuck all. They're on their phones 24/7. I was like, because I was at the beginning too. Like I was painting a fucking dye table, like for beer dye, and just slamming a 12-pack of claws. That's all I did every day. I'd wake up, start painting my table, and start drinking. I was fucking hammered by lunch, and then I was done, bro. I got a nice tan, but I had a beer belly, bro. And it's just like, again, it's just one day I was just like, I was like, this ain't it. So like, I feel like, yeah, bro, for a lot of people, it was like they make or break. And it's like, you could have either been, the creator or the consumer.
Yeah, it was like, do
Bro,
I
I was literally-
go
I
back
was
to my
just
old
about to
life
say
or
that.
start a new life? It was
you
like,
said in that time you were in California?
So like when I was at ASU, but then when COVID hit, and it really got to like the quarantine and all that stuff, I ended up going back to just go stay with my family because I was like, there's nothing to fucking do.
Yeah.
And I think it was over Thanksgiving break. So like I think that's when it like got serious or whatever. So I was already dipping, I was already going back. And yeah, bro, I was just like, fuck this. I was actually posting a lot of home workouts too, just like, because gyms are closed and shit. I was like, here's what you can do. Like one of my first videos on TikTok that popped, I just tried to be different, and I grabbed my little dog and started doing Russian twists with him. And we were like, what's wrong with this fool? I'm just like, yes sir, bro. Yes sir.
Bull working out.
What you had like a little bit of a rebound, right, in between getting like fit the first time and then between where you.
Oh yeah, I
Amazing.
got kind of fat again, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
what was because you came to Houston, like that was like the Houston transformation when you came here once. You kind of were around it, and you're like, "Yo, fuck this!" Like,
and when I
Oh
came
yeah, when I
here,
saw him first time,
Yeah.
now Falit and now, yeah.
yeah,
it's
bro.
kinda
When I
bad.
came back, I just like I saw Italian and like all the boys here working out, and I was like, fuck. I remember why I told myself I started in the first place is. Don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with being average. Those are gonna be the motherfuckers working at my desks and fucking doing all my fucking busy work. Nothing wrong with being average. But I just said to myself, it's not for me. I can't do this. Like everything that I want to do, I want to at least try and be elite. Because it's like, what's the point in doing it then? So I came here and I was like, I remembered that and I was like, fuck, bro, we're gonna fucking get back on the diet and shit. Put down the liquor for a minute. And then yeah, bro, got fucking diced again because the crypto shit. Despite what, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are like, this fucking idiot lost all his money, but it's like, bro, I don't still have a job still. I don't do anything. I fucking took a lot of profit. I took the profit that, I needed to take. And so because I had that, it made me so comfortable versus in quarantine, it was go back to fucking ASU, learn fucking sociology and bullshit for another semester, and then start learning about my degree, which was business entrepreneurship. So in my opinion, you're either born an entrepreneur or you're not, you can't really teach it. So I was like, this is fucking pointless, So I was like, in quarantine, I didn't have that choice. I didn't have that safety net. It was like, motherfucker, it's all or nothing. If you don't make this shit happen, you're fucked. Then the bread came in and I was like, we don't need to fucking be doing none of this calorie deficit bullshit no more. Like we can get
it's
hammered
like comfort
again.
thing. All right, well, I mean, yeah, there's a good lesson in that for sure.
And that, bro, that told me real quick, I'd heard it before, comfortability is the devil, this and that, but that made me realize like, It really fucking is, because the second I got comfortable, I fell off the wagon, and I was just like,
it's just discipline.
I was drinking a lot, and I was fucking, and now the thing is too, I was 21, so I was no longer killing a 12-pack of claws in my backyard or fucking drinking at the homies. I was buying tables and shit, and I was like, this ain't it either, bro. I was just like, because I was so fucking, that's why like I don't think I'll ever compete or anything. Like I was so fucking straight-headed, tunnel vision on that shit, that like when I finally took a rest, I came completely off the rails.
Yeah.
And then because I came off the rails so hard, it was so easy to come back, just because like everything was almost to an extreme.
Yeah,
but it was like,
sure.
bro, that was down bad. I just, I remember I posted a video on Twitter, and fools could tell just from my face. They were like, yo, bro, you looking a little chubby. But again, Twitter's ruthless too. So
Twitter and TikTok.
And I was like, I forget what the cunt said, but I was like, you, bro, that's because of you, I'm done. And I was like, man, like a lot of people talk about like, fuck the haters, this and that, but like they motivate me, dog.
No, you need that.
Nah,
You need that
are
shit.
you
let me know.
You in the best shape of your life right now? We saw a photo you posted on Instagram the other day. Me and my friend were like,
Yeah, I told
Josh
you.
looks fucking insane.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, probably because like even when I took like the fucking Psalms and shit, back in quarantine, I was diced. Like I was definitely a little bit more lean, but I was weighing like 155 pounds, like, like a little boy, bro. So, I mean, like now I'm rocking like a cool 180, I'm lean, bro. And
That's a good way.
yeah, bro. And it's
Solid.
like, we've just fucking hopped on cycle yesterday, because I was like, being around all these fucks, I was just like,
Everyone's too big.
yeah, bro. So it's like, I went and got my blood work and stuff, and we keep it very responsible. Everything is healthy. So I was like, fuck it, we'll do some more. So we're doing that. But yeah, bro, I mean, as far for me, because like I still like, we go out, we have a little bit of fun. For me, balance is key. And it's like, this is, I might have been more diced and shit in quarantine, but that was when I was eating egg whites, doing nothing, not leaving the crib, not hanging out with my homies. Now I'm still like, because I was a fat kid too.
But
like,
yeah, that's literally what I wanted to say.
I'm chilling with this for me is like, my dream physique, because I can, kind of behave how I want. I don't consider it dieting, but I eat healthy, like the ground chicken, fucking ground chicken, ground beef, the Greek yogurt, fucking hack, all that shit.
Yeah.
But like I enjoy it. So it's like,
But that's that. Like it's not just like your physique or body wise. Like I think the fitness, we can't say bodybuilding, but fitness overall, like dieting, everything, just going to the gym is definitely something like character changing. Like it makes you so disciplined, and you can translate from that fitness world to everything in your life. Literally, from waking up till going to sleep, like whatever you do in between, that can be an office fucking job. That can be everything. That discipline is like, I think only fitness can
It becomes lifestyle. Like, bro, I'm not competing or anything right now.
That's why 100%.
But like, I'm still like weighing my food and shit, just because it's like instilled in my brain. Like, oh, I'm gonna have some.
But that's the
egg whites,
reason
I'm gonna
why
weigh it out, like.
not everyone in the world is looking good, because if it's easy, everyone will walk fucking shredded.
Oh yeah, but me doing those shows like taught me a lot about like me and how I go about my day, wake up, make my bed, just like routine, discipline, and all that. Even though I'm not on prep right now or anything, I'm still weighing my shit. Like,
bro,
it makes you like your imagination about everything so better. Like you just said recipes and shit. As then I'm always making something weird shit and stuff like that. It makes you like your way
you
of
feel
thinking,
good.
everything.
You eat good, you feel good.
oh,
You know?
bro,
Like,
I feel 1,000 times better now than I did when I was like put on the weight again, and just like waking up with that anxiety, bro. And it's like,
I still like going out on a Saturday, but like every day, like no. Like you wake up, you're like, all right, that's enough. Like, we gotta get back on track.
Balance, bro. You need that balance, otherwise you're gonna lose your mind. But I was also gonna say, like, I see a lot of like, people on like specifically TikTok, because it's so easy to comment, but like they'll see some like video of like a dude like, being like, work out, this and that, and a bunch of people be in the comments, they're like, what the fuck is getting muscles gonna do for you, this and that, but they don't understand, like you were saying, it's more than that. Like it teaches you a mindset, discipline, and it's like, even though working out is not my passion, I fuck with it heavy, because it's like it makes me work to something more, and
Just part of your life now.
Half the reason I moved down here was to be around, again, I'm not a huge fucking fitness guy, but I like being around people who are in fitness, because same thing, they've got that driven mindset,
mentality.
they've got a goal that they're chasing.
It's very much a reflection of you and your character as well. It's like the clothes you wear. It's like how you, like, is your car clean? The shit like that people see before they get to know you, your shape, like your body. Like if you take care of yourself, it means that you value yourself, like you value the body that you're in. So like, you don't have to get as big and nasty as some of these like bodybuilder guys, but like being in shape is very much a describing factor of like what you're about and what you value. And so that's why it's important. So like people that are in the comment section saying that shit, like,
and especially
maybe they don't give a shit
in
about
our
themselves like
industry,
that.
that also like makes a big difference. Also,
Oh, yeah.
you can be an online coach or influencer if you're fucking. I don't want to say
Yeah.
the word, but you know. What
No,
I mean.
yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta
for sure.
You gotta,
Disgusting.
you gotta walk the walk. If you're gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna preach that, you gotta
Exactly.
be doing it. You know,
Exactly.
practice what you preach.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Because I saw a million people on IG, online coaching, this and that, and like first you need to lead by example. You know what I mean? You need to go to the gym, and then you can do that. But yeah.
So do you see like longevity in like the whole fitness YouTube content? Like, do you see yourself doing that
Or is it just what you're doing to make money right now?
for years?
I mean, so I think I'll be, you know, fitness forever because it's like this time around, like I feel way more better. Like I actually do enjoy it a little more.
Yeah.
And it's like, so I don't post like as much workout content as I used to, but I think fitness will stay with me forever. I hope it does because like I said, like I feel the best when I'm fit, doing shit, being active.
Yeah.
You know, I always am pulling the most girls whenever I'm active. Like, but no, you know, no one, despite what people think online, bro, no one wants a fucking dad bod.
Because confidence.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
one. I mean, if you want a dad bod, it's I don't know what to tell you. There's no way you're a dime because it's not how it works, bro. You know, you got to reevaluate that thought there. But so yeah, I think fitness will stick with me forever. As far as like, you know, content, like I like just posting like lifestyle shit, just like
Vlogs.
random, like vlogs. Like, you know, like the next video I'm dropping doesn't have any gym in it or anything, but like it's 30 minutes and I sit there and I laugh at myself. So I'm like, this is probably gonna be pretty good. So
Like that's so cool. Like and like while we're having this conversation, I'm thinking like, what else would you be doing? Like strictly gym content.
Yeah.
You know, like you're the perfect example of someone whose job should be YouTube because your personality, your perspective, everything about your character is like, it's just a comedy show, right? Like it's like, it's literally your own Netflix show. And like, that's what you should be doing. Right. So now that you have the funds to pay for that lifestyle, like that's where that's what you should be
dude,
doing.
and you know, it's crazy because like another thing that kind of got me into this is I was just like watching Jake Paul and I was like, 100% respect to that dude. He's fucking built a monopoly, made so much bread. But like his old content, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I was like, if this fool is getting this X amount of views, I was like, I know me and my friends are pretty funny dudes. Like we could kill this shit. Like we could do this. But like, I mean, if you had told me like 3 years ago, yo, like you'll be on YouTube posting videos, like I would have been like, you're fucking tripping. Just because like that was not even an option. That shit was terrifying.
That's what people think, that their life isn't like cool enough to like record or like
everyone starts somewhere. Yeah,
exactly. Like why not you? Why not?
Exactly. And I was just like, you know, for me, like I just like I'm still every day like I'm so honored that like people want to take photos and shit with me because I'm just like, you know, I'm just
being you.
me. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just like it's like crazy to me. It's just absolutely mental. Like I would have never ever thought I would have ended up in this position, and it all just started fucking with TikTok, dog. Just picking up a phone, walking around my backyard, just doing bullshit, bro.
Even the Jake Paul
it.
we were just talking about, like even he probably didn't know this.
No.
He probably just pick up the camera and start freaking vlogging, and
You gotta respect
so
it.
you never know. Like whoever starts, you might be the next.
There's so
You,
many
but
people
you know,
out there that are, you know, they will do 10 times better than Jake Paul ever did, but they'll never find out because they'll never give it a chance.
I'll never try. They're scared.
Yeah.
What if it doesn't work? Fuck it. Then
You're just in the
that's
same
it.
position
You
you were in
tried
before.
Yeah.
So I know you guys get these questions all the time, but like recently I've switched my answer to the question of like, how do you get started? How do you separate yourself? And I've switched my answer to be very clear. It's like what you were saying, your day-to-day life is what separates you from everybody else. So like be more than a physique photo and a short caption. Like I was talking to this kid over Instagram DMs and he's like, he lives in Illinois and he works on like a grain farm, and all day he's like moving big bags of grain into trucks. That's what he does all day. And then he goes to the gym at the end of the day. And I was like, bro, like people would eat that shit up on TikTok and stuff. If you're like, yo, I'm out here like all day doing this labor and then I'm going to hit the gym, like that would motivate the fuck out of a lot of people. But to him, he's like, I don't have anything interesting to show. This is what I do. I just work in a farm.
Or they're
I've
always
never-
embarrassed.
like,
I've never seen that kind of shit. If he had a bit of character, fuck yeah, I'd watch
Exactly.
that shit.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I will watch that shit in a second. So everyone listening, that's like, what my life, like you said, my life isn't interesting. It's like, yeah, that's what makes it interesting because it's so unique.
There's only one of you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
But
how
also,
you separate yourself.
no one's in the beginning great in front of the camera.
Yeah.
When you pick up the
100%.
first time camera, like you don't even know how to speak. Like
100%.
no one ever. They just pick up the camera and immediately. So couple of videos, 10, 20. Either like, what's the good idea? Like film the videos and list it as private.
Yeah.
Literally, until you're comfortable in front of the camera and start posting normal videos. Just watch your videos back to back and then start posting.
Even Jesse. You ever see Jesse's first video? so awkward.
Yeah.
Like now he's like,
exactly.
put the camera on. He's
Totally
like fucking
different person,
character. Like,
Yeah.
and think about that. It takes time. Like that was like years ago. And
Go to any of your favorite YouTubers. Mr. Beast is a great example.
Yeah,
Go to the first videos that they make, and you're like, this is awful.
it's like a different person.
Awful.
Yeah.
Like one guy that I remember specifically was Graham Stephan. I don't know if you watch any of his shit. He's like financial advice, and like his very first video, he was on a beach talking into an Apple headphone mic, and like the waves are crashing. You can't hear fucking shit that he's saying. But now he's got like fucking, I don't know how many fucking millions
Production
on YouTube.
team and
But
shit.
yeah, exactly. Like it has to start somewhere. It has to. You can't start at the fucking finish line. You can't look at all these people. You can't even look at Josh and be like, I can't make that content. Well, yeah, no shit, you can't yet. But you gotta start where everybody did.
Yeah, it goes for everything.
Yeah. No, bro. So I straight up which made me feel like a lot of pressure was my shit straight up for some reason ripped right off the bat. I don't know if it's because of the accent or what it was.
Everything.
But literally like my very first like TikToks, everything. Like my first video on YouTube like still has more than the shit I'm putting up now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't but because of that shit, it made me, I was like, bro, I gotta perform every single video. The thing is, when you start and you don't have any followers or anything, you literally have nothing to lose. It's just like, you might as well. The thing is, the only way a lot of people like afraid their friends and shit are gonna see it, the way that I saw it was, the only way that people know me see this shit is if it's doing well. If it's doing shit, they're never gonna see it. So I was like, if you post YouTube videos and shit, the only way your homies are gonna be like, yo, that's that motherfucker, is if you're getting views, which you're winning. It's clearly doing something. So it's just like, I mean, for me, I got to drop out of school and fucking wake up whenever I want and work out and do, fucking crypto and shit, pretty much like everything that I wanted to do. So it's just like, the fact that people see that shit and they're not like, fuck it. Like, cause, I'm also rocking minimal brain cells. So there's a lot of people out there with like a lot more intelligence that, they're just not doing it. And I'm like, I don't get it. But at the same time, I don't ever shit on them because, like I was saying earlier, I need those boys to come sort my boxes out, and do all that good stuff.
Bro, you can't teach like this mentality that we have, like the whole like, fuck it, I'm gonna go after my dreams, or I'm gonna go move to Texas, or you can't teach that. It's either you have it or you don't. It's instilled in my brain. Like I never wanted.
How bad do you want it?
I never wanted to live a normal life ever. Like even in school, growing up, high school, I was like, I just want to do more. Like I want to be somebody.
That's the thing. But a lot of people aren't like that. A lot of people do really just want to like get a job, get a house, get a wife, get a dog, and like that's what they want. And so like I said in the last episode, like if you're watching this, most likely you're not one of those people. So like you're already making the steps like to head that direction. So the thing you gotta do is just make that commitment to yourself to be like, I'm not gonna be average. I'm gonna go after what I want.
I was always an outcast, bro. Even in my family, I'm totally different. Me and my family, totally.
But in a good way, bro.
Different.
Like, but define outcast. You know what I'm saying?
Outcast in a bad way in that time because everyone was laughing at me because they were eating pizza and I would bring my freaking meals, and in that time no one even counted the macros and shit.
But isn't that crazy? How
I was playing professional soccer. They will eat pizza and they were laughing at me because I eat chicken and rice.
To them, you're an outcast, but to like your 70,000 followers, you're like, they look up to you. They want to be like you.
That's what I want to say. Like
So
sometimes, not sometimes, usually those kind of people like are in the end like the successful people because they are different. They think different or move different.
But the thing is, bro, like think about it. If you didn't make the commitment to move to the States, what if you just said, okay, I'm just going to keep doing my thing and I'm going to stay here and be the outcast forever? You'd still be there. You'd still be the outcast. You'd still be doing what you're doing, right? Like at some point you got to take action.
Or if you listen,
So
if you listen to your family and you stay like
being different and taking
I
action.
just knew that I don't belong there. Simple as that. Like I don't belong there. So I kind of knew that America is different than Europe, like mindset and everything. So that's literally what happened. Huh?
I think it's working out.
Yeah, I think so. Josh, do you foresee yourself living in Texas? Because you live in Texas now. You just recently moved to Houston a couple weeks ago. You moved in with Marco.
I mean, so I like Texas.
Now I see the crew.
Yeah, bro. Houston's it's a little more ghetto than I thought it was. It's like
they're really welcoming.
And yeah, it's lit though. I like it. I like that shit. Keep me on my toes. Same thing, bro. I don't want to be comfortable, dog. So it's like I want to be whipping, like head on a swivel. But it's like
there's not many distractions out here.
Bro, there's not
like
many.
grind,
there's
bro.
not many. But it's like it's cheap. Like the girls are really bad. And like honestly, like one of the things that's like a plus is like when I was like in LA and stuff for a little bit. No one gives a shit who you are because it's like you got all those celebrities and stuff there. Yeah. There's like no one in Houston, dog. Like when we walk around, like I sound like a dick. It's like people look at us like those fools because they're not here. Yeah. So it's like that's also like a dope feel. Like I like that.
Do you like that?
I like a little bit of recognition and stuff. And it's like I love seeing people and shit and saying what's up. So it's like it's always cool. Again, it just like it still blows my mind. Like I'm just like, this is nuts, dog. Like this is fucking nuts. So, I mean,
These
honestly though, like it depends what happens with like crypto and its regulations, because I think those are coming hard and fast after like the Luna fail and all that stuff. So it kind of depends what the US does with the regulations, because a lot of places like, so Portugal, for example, was like a crypto haven because it was tax free, versus here you pay 40% on capital gains. So it's like it's steep, bro. But you know, and then you had like Portugal, Dubai, and everything. I don't know if Dubai's already announced it or if they're talking about it, but I think they're gonna put taxes on crypto too. So it's like a lot of these places are like starting to change. So it just depends kind of, because that's still like my main source of income. So
you'd consider moving to Portugal if things...
Oh no, so Portugal's not fucked, my bad. I don't know if I said that. But yeah, so now Portugal, they've now imposed the taxes on it. But it was, so that's why I'm just waiting to see what happens. But you know, I don't have a missus, like I don't have like a whole family with me and shit that I have to move around with, you know, so kind of move wherever, do whatever. It's like,
you got fucking time, bro.
yeah, bro. And it's like
21.
yeah, bro. So you know, it's just like I don't know. We'll see how it goes. You know, I'm fucking. Maybe I'll find like a bitch I fall in love with, and she's like on some island or something. Like, I'll run that, bro.
Bro, you're gonna leave the boys for a bitch on an island, dude? What the fuck?
If she's a 10, I'll be honest. Maybe I'll keep it real.
Nah, man, we got that on film, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, just, you know, there's some of those girls that, you know, there's the exception. But it's just like, my goodness, like I'd never get bored of that. Like, one of those girls.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Like the girls you see on TV, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I look at that shit, like I see those kind of girls and I'm like, we gotta get jacked. We gotta get rich.
Yo, that's like one of the biggest pieces of advice I got, like when I was a lot younger. My homie said, like, yo, you want one of the girls that looks like that or acts like that, well, you got to be the guy that she wants.
Exactly.
You got to be that guy, right?
You're ignorant to think. See, here's the thing too, is like people be like, oh, like really hot girls have got life on so easy, this and that. Well, one, I think like really hot fucking, I don't want to say hot, really attractive dudes like the same way. Yeah, bro, fucking cut that shit something, bro. But like really attractive dudes, in my opinion, have got it pretty easy too. You know, they get away with murder, like same kind of thing. But it's just like, the dudes that sit at home, you know, eating their fucking chips and shit, and they're like, oh, nah, she only fucks rich fucking dudes, this and that. It's like, well, what do you want? Bro, of course,
exactly.
She's in the top fucking 1% of girls. She's going after the top 1% of dudes, bro. Yeah. It doesn't matter how fucking funny you are if you live in a fucking trailer park, bro. Just straight up, bro. Like, I'm keeping it real, bro.
I think girls are not like guys. I think girls are more attracted to confidence than looks, because like usually if you see like fucking like hot chick and everything, they're usually not with some good looking guy, or we just don't see it like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
But I think the confidence is like in the girl's eyes. I think that's more important than physique.
I don't know. You know, I mean,
confidence comes from looking good.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%, bro. So
not just from looking good, from like working hard or whatever, achieving something in your life. Yeah, you're like,
money.
You know,
well, I think you're getting into the psychology of dating and stuff like that a little bit there, because like there's data to show that like someone might choose a less attractive partner to know that they're the upper, they're the one on top, you know what I'm saying? So a attractive girl might be with a less attractive guy because like he's not going anywhere, or at least that's what they think.
Or he's more
like,
confident, like,
right?
He's got a good job. He's just confident.
I agree with that though, but that I feel like that stops when you get to like the very, very top. Because I'm not just trying to even shoot like nines or anything. I need like supermodels, you know. So it's like when you get to that level, I feel that
supermodels.
Like,
if you're watching,
yeah, they're like, why would I settle for less type shit? You know?
But
like,
see, that's
I need
that's
like an
actually
Amber
pretty
Heard
easy.
in my life.
I can see easily that you can be like with a, I don't know, Kim Kardashian over the someone that looks fucking look incredible. Why? Because like you have your way, the way they talk, the way they walk, and maybe that good looking guy doesn't even know how to open his mouth. You know,
that's the problem with social media.
Doesn't mean anything.
All we do all day is look at other people and like what they're doing with their life, and then you start comparing. That's why like people hate on Instagram in that way. But first of all, I love Instagram. I think social media is the greatest thing ever. But people use it. They say like you sit around all day just comparing yourself to other people's lives, which is fucked up.
Yeah.
You know?
The thing is, I mean, so I think, yes, you know, it's fucked up. You shouldn't compare everything. But at the same time, if you are watching someone that's, you know, the same age as you, fucking thriving and shit, and you just sitting in your bedroom doing nothing all day, you gotta compare yourself. You gotta be like, that fool's the same age as me. Yeah. He has the same education as me. Why is he in 100 of a times better place? You know, like I gotta do some shit.
Yeah, so that why not me mentality.
I was talking with someone about this, like actually 2 days ago. They were saying we're talking about social media and how it's like, it's very predatory. It's very like the people who developed it are very smart. Like, how can we keep people on this app as long as we can? And so my response to that was like, yeah, that's true. But also like, if you're a strong enough, like if you have strong enough mentality, like be above that. Like, like recognize the comparison, take the good out of it, like you're saying, but then like fuck all the rest of it, right? Like take social media, take advantage of all the benefits that it can, and to the best of your ability, fuck all the negative shit. And like, it's possible, but you got to be really secure about yourself. You got to practice that. But if you can, it's like the greatest feeling in the world.
Because what do people post, right? Their accomplishments. No one posts like, oh, I fucking had a bad day, crashed my car. Like, no, I post like, oh, I just won my show. I just fucking got to sign a new deal. So it's hard in that way because like, I guess jealousy comes in and you look at it like a little envious, but you should use it as motivation.
But that also like, it's so annoying because people like, whoever sees someone like bigger on social media or whatever, they always think, fucking posting the picture. Dude, like posting the pictures every day, it's a fucking job.
It's a job, yeah.
It's a job. Like what people don't understand is, they just work out and take a pictures. First and foremost, you need to work out to look good. That's the first thing, which is like a fucking long process, right? Then, for example, if me and you take a picture, we need to like find location, meet, whatever, take a picture.
There's a lot more to it.
Then we need to sit down, edit that picture for tomorrow. That's like a longest process. So while all those people eating chips at home, you're actually doing something. So they're like,
shout out to the people eating chips.
Yeah, we caught on like, yo, so we were at home watching eating chips, watching this, and like, yo, fuck these chips, man.
let's go.
I know
throw those chips away, man. I'm talking to you right now.
No, if it's a local, it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like on that note, Kyle, I forget his last name, but he like went crazy viral on TikTok for a while, doing like workouts and physique updates and stuff. But he would say like he would specifically diet several days before he knew he was going to film the TikTok to go viral. So he's like depleted, took diuretics, like everything he had. I mean, he was on his job, bro. Like he literally, like he knew what he was going to post and when. He's like, this is going to go viral, but I'm going to take 3-4 days to dry myself out, make sure I'm eating the most before the workout, and then hit the craziest pump of my life to get this going.
See, that sounds stupid, but I appreciate that so much because that's a fucking work. That's a commitment. Like you're committed to do something like for not just for yourself. If
you're going to do it the right way. Right. Do it 100%.
Also, like that's not that hard, but the benefits that could be reaped from doing that are monumental, right? Exactly. Like you making that one YouTube video that popped the fuck off. Like how much time did it actually take you to film it and upload it? Not that much time, but it literally took your career off. A 5-ish minute video of you just speaking your mind. The amount of return you've got on investment on that is astronomical, bro. Yeah. You could have taken a 4-year course in college and it wouldn't benefit you as much as that one fucking
conversation with someone could change your life.
In general, like change everything basically.
No, 100%. No, I agree.
Just being nice to the right person could change your life. Like having a good conversation with someone and they refer you to someone or
well, that's all
anything.
It's straight up.
Networking is everything, bro.
This is why the rich keep staying rich, bro. It's because they wash the same hands, bro. You know, it's the same. It's eat, sleep, repeat. It's you know, the only reason they keep fucking balling and no one gets in because they've got the same shit. Then they pass it down to their kid, and it's like bet.
You got to get the fuck in there. Like that's the thing. Once you get in there, once you're in that circle, bro, it's a lot harder to fail.
You want to know a good way to get in that circle too? Post some fucking sick ass content that these motherfuckers gonna be sitting there and watching. They're like, oh, I want to meet this guy. I had some fucking Middle Eastern look, bro. Like one of like the royal family members of one of the countries, bro. Like hit me up and he's like, I'm coming to LA on my dad's jet. You should come to our house. Like it's in the hills now. I was like, oh, so like you live here? He's like, nah, it's like our vacation house. I was like, you gotta. I was like, bro, for sure. He's like, yeah, we can work out at the gym there this night. I was like,
there's a gym.
If that was a girl, then
I don't even know, bro. But it's just from the dude, and dude just found me watching content.
Yeah. So you're gonna do it? What the fuck,
dude? It was a while ago. I don't know what happened to it because it just like.
But it's still sick though.
I'll forget. That's what I'm saying, bro. If I wanted it, it was there. But it's also it's just like. I don't need to do that right now, bro.
No, that's sick.
Yeah,
it's nuts. All just from the fucking.
It's just networking, bro. That's why, like, dude, I treat like a fucking random kid in the gym the same way I treat fucking Christian Guzman, like the same way. That's it. You give people the same respect. You always want to leave people with a good, like when they walk away, like, oh, that was a nice guy. Like,
well, really it's really easy to do too. Like, it's
it's so easy to be a good person.
Especially about like a bigger names or like whoever you think it's such a like bigger influence or something. Those are normal people. Like when you meet those people, they're all normal people.
Did you have an experience with someone who was a lot bigger than you that showed you love that you were like, oh man, like I like that a lot. Like who's like that?
I mean, like John Skywalker, bro. Like that fool, like was such a fucking homie. Like we pulled up, just fucking gym together, fucking smoke, strip club. Like I was just like, I'm also like a bit younger than him too, and it's like he was just like such a good dude about it. And it's like, I haven't really like fanboy over anyone, to be honest, because it's like I never had like a whole bunch of inspirations. Like I still, like, if you had to say to me like, who do you really want to meet, like, I don't know, like I don't really have anyone. It's like, I don't, same thing, like I do look at other like influencers and like celebrities and shit. I'm like, they are people at the end of the day. It's not that crazy. I don't know what it is, but it's like, you know, same thing, Joe Andrews too. Like he's a lot bigger than us, but it's like you wouldn't be able to tell unless you like saw the numbers, because it's just like they act normal, which is like, to be honest, that should be the normal thing to do, but it's not.
It's refreshing.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That is, and like that's like influential for us too. Like that's exactly how we would want to treat it as well.
100%.
Also, I feel like when you get to that point of like John and Joe, like you're established, you've got that following, bro. Like when we're there, like I can't wait to bring on like the smaller creators that are like doing stuff, and you see that they're ambitious, you see they're hungry, they're in LA just for content, bro. I'm gonna be like, yo, dude, you're in Houston just for content, bro.
Like when you get that power, like even listen, we're not anywhere near that, but like I know, like maybe if I post a kid on my story, like that makes his fucking day. Like he could like, some people follow him, you can start making connections and shit. Like that little thing, like 2 seconds, post a story.
Yeah. Right. And what does that
could change that kid's fucking life?
Right. What does that cost you?
You know, it costs me nothing. It's just like you get that power, and that's what's cool with social media. Like you build a platform, you can make a product, you could do anything. Once you build that platform, you do anything.
Bro, I know like John, like in particular, like he showed like mad love to like a lot of the dudes on TikTok who are like, you know, like a good like 10 years younger than him, and you go link up with them, lift everything, fucking take photos,
Sush,
videos.
right? Yeah, like him
like
Sush
too, but like a lot of like the dudes that are like small on TikTok, bro. Like I don't want to say their name just because.
No,
like,
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, bro, like a bunch of smaller dudes and shit who are like,
just like kids in the gym.
Yeah, bro, not even fucking old enough to drink a beer, bro. But it's like that motherfucker still go there and link up with them and like take videos, all that kind of stuff. And I was like,
because you know how special that is.
Maybe those kids are literally meant to be there, but without his help, they wouldn't be.
Exactly.
You know, and that's why it means so much.
And that comes with being present, like being there, being where John is. When you see him, talk to him, like go for it, like fuck it. What's the worst that could happen?
It's cool because like a lot of these creators can give you a platform with so much as a story or a collab video, but it's your job to take that and go with it, right?
Yeah.
Like you can give the platform to 100 people, but that doesn't mean all those 100 people are gonna make it, right? So you gotta take advantage of that,
bro. Look at
the spotlight's on you.
Look at Germ.
Yeah,
bro. Jeremy Foster was in Sush's video. He was nobody at the time. Like no, he had like maybe like 10K or something, but look at him now. Like think about that. He took full advantage of that opportunity.
Right.
And he built his own community now.
Right.
You know, him and Sush is still cool, but like
also he has a potential on social media, so
exactly.
And Sush saw that. Like really Sush saw that in him, and he was like, "This guy's cool. Like I want to actually put him in my video, give him a platform.
Yeah,
you know." And look at him now. Like perfect example right there. Perfect example. Fucking killing it.
I want to save the last two segments here. The last one I want to talk about your new clothing company, but the one before that I want to talk about. You're with YoungLA and Ryse, right?
Yes, sir.
Were those did you work with brands before that, or is that?
Yeah, bro. So when I first came on the scene, I went with Steel Supplements because when I was like, I only really started working out during quarantine, but like when I was in high school, you know, me and the boys would go to the gym, fucking hit some curls, leave like that, you know, just like that like little fucking like that high school energy.
Yeah.
So like never really worked out, but whenever I did that kind of shit, like me and my homies used Steel. And so like I just used Steel Supplements like from the get-go. And Steel's you know, OG. When I started pumping, I was like, I DM'd the owner of Steel, and he was just like, hey man, like nah, not really, whatever. And like this was right at the beginning. Or you know, he's just like, you don't really have what you can offer yet type shit. And then I hit him back a couple months and I sent him my things. I was like, look what I'm doing, bro. And he was like, I bet. Let me put you. Yeah. And he's like, all right, cool. Let me get you in contact with, I believe her name was Leslie. Super cool, bad too, but had a husband. So yeah, no, big Shout problem. Big problem there. But so I spoke to her a little bit. I joined Steel. And then like I got to a point where like I was like 2 or 3 for like their athlete, and like Robert Frank was number 1, who has like a fucking mill on IG. Like that fool's everywhere. Like he was their number 1. Yeah. But then kind of what happened, so that's when like I ended up falling, like I was like, nah, fuck the fitness shit, whatever. I was like, I was done. And I fucked with Steel's proteins, but their pre is like fucking, I only dry scooped it because I was like, I don't want to fucking taste this shit for an extended period of time. You know, it's very, very hectic. Yeah. But I like their proteins, which is like the main reason I went with them. And so like, you know, I had actually got way better offers from other companies, but at that time, and even like now, I was just like, I'm not ever gonna sell my soul. I'm never gonna sell out. I don't care. Like it's the money's cool and shit, and but especially because crypto has given me that ability. I don't have to do it, and it's just like I don't want to, So I ended up dropping them. Was I with anyone else? And then I was with like a Narca for clothing too. But I was just like, the thing with the Narca is they were only having like a drop every now and then. Their restocks were smaller, and then I looked at YoungLA and I was like, let me keep it 100% fucking real with you. YoungLA's clothes like fucking 4 or 5 months ago was not it. Just for me, I was just like, it reminded me of like some Tilly's type shit, and I was just like, I don't really want to rock that. But they fucking now like I fuck with the shit. You see me fucking full head to toe is all I really fucking wear, the fucking hat and shit too. But yeah, YoungLA was dropping way more frequently. I got a package. I was like, quality on this is nuts too. So I was like, all my homies were YoungLA too. So I was like, a pretty easy decision for me to do that. And then same thing with Ryse. So like I had huge supplements. I tried Gorilla before. I tried a couple others, and then I had Ryse send me a care package. Shout out my boy fucking Zay and Jay over at those motherfuckers.
Yes, sir.
They sent me a care package, and I was like, holy shit, this is hands down the best. I know it's gonna sound like a fucking ad, but I was like, this is the best Code Cousin. This is the best fucking tasting pre. And because again, when I would have steel, I was like fucking just like getting it down just to get it the fuck out of there. This shit, like I gotta stop myself when I'm faded from like fucking licking my finger and putting it in there, bro. Because they got all the collabs and shit. Like the ring pop one is fucking
shit's fire.
Ridiculous, bro. And then same thing, like, because bro, I'm not like we've mentioned, like I'm not a big workout guru. Like I don't really know what the fuck I'm looking at if I look at a formula. So I'm big on taste. I want it to taste good. I want to enjoy it. I have cream of rice every morning where I throw protein powder in. So it's like, I can't be having no protein that tastes like ass. Like I don't want any of that shit. And Ryse was straight up the best shit that I'd fucking had. The other thing I liked with Ryse too, their CEO, Nick, a lot of the other companies, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. But me personally, like I'd be more comfortable with a businessman running my company than like an athlete turned businessman type thing. And a lot of the other companies, are run by athletes versus Ryse was run by Nick, who's like a fucking serial entrepreneur, still works hard in shape, all that shit. But I was like, I trust this fool. And then I joined and all these fucking collabs were coming out and shit. And I was like, right choice, bro. Yeah. Right choice. So Dope. I just know, like it's, if I fuck with it and I genuinely do fuck with it, like I don't care what people think because it's like that is the one I'm using. I'm not using.
It's easy to promote. Yeah. It's easy to promote something that you actually fuck with.
Yeah, bro. I rip that shit every day. So
it's not forced.
So yeah, bro. I ended up coming back because same thing too. When I dropped my previous sponsors, I was like, nah, fuck this. Like I don't need the money. I'm bowling from crypto, like this and that. But then I woke up at another fucking point. I have a lot of realizations clearly.
Wake up the next day.
I woke up at another point and I was like, how fucking ignorant are you? You guys see the numbers some of these dudes do, bro. Fucking
you can never have too much money.
Yeah,
like,
bro. That's exactly. I woke up and I was like, dude, you fucking like doing that shit anyway. I was like, why the fuck would you turn down potentially fucking 5 figures, 5 figures a month? Like, why would you do that? Like, what is? There's no one on this fucking planet that would just turn that shit down. So I was like, no, fuck that. We're back.
So you text her, so they send you a care package, you send them a message like, yo, I'm in, or like
I just same thing because YoungLA had hit me a while ago when I was with a Narca, but I was like, nah, I'm with the Narca, this and that, and then I just hit them back and I was like, yo, let's fucking
run that.
Run it back.
Run it back.
Unsend message.
No, because I was just like, who the fuck do I think I am? Fucking turning down free like money. Like, it's just like it's like I like the products. I'm gonna use them anyway. Like what the fuck?
Dude, I don't know. Like without getting into like a huge tangent, like and then you met Gourmet for the first time in LA and like bro, just like such a fucking good dude.
Fucking homie, bro. Green lighted us at the warehouse.
Shout out Gary.
Like, shout out Gary, bro. Fucking you.
That's what it's about, man. Like I feel like being with companies where the owners, you can be in touch with the owners directly. Like you know them. Like that's what it's all about. Because then you feel good about representing that brand. You were talking with CJ directly with Ghost, right? Like that's dope. That's really cool.
Because you feel necessary. Like you're really part of it. You're not just 100%. Like, here's a code. Like we're not gonna talk to you. We just send you money every month. Like,
bro, that's also why I love YoungLA. Like you remember when we were there, bro, fat ass donation piles of brand new shit. Just that they were like, we don't know. We don't really know if we want this shit. They then go and give it out in LA where like, there's a lot of fucking looks in LA that needs clothes. And just talking to Gary, you can 100% tell that his interest is not really in making money so much. It's more fucking in taking care of people, which is incredible, because I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't know if I'd be fucking chasing my bag heavy. You know, my main priority would not be like, I make sure like everyone's like, I'd be like, nah, like I'm fucking running this business. Like I'm fucking going after it. Maybe thing changes when, you know, when it gets there, but same thing as Noel Dazel. I remember talking to him because he's on Ryse in Dallas, and he had a software company, and I was like, dude, you know, you're clearly shitting money from, you know, the numbers that you're doing. He's the YoungLA too. I was like, you're clearly shitting money. You know, why do you still have your software? Because he told me too, like the software company wasn't, you know, stressing him out a little, this and that. He was in the process of closing, and I was like, why don't you just walk away? Like, you know, and just be like, fuck it. And he's like, no, like I still have 15 employees and I want to like make sure they're okay and maybe get them other jobs. And I was like, good dude, bro. Good dude. I fucking hope I can say the same when I'm in the same position as you, bro.
No, that's really cool.
Nuts, bro.
Yeah, that's dope. Well, awesome. Well, do you want to plug Heinous Inc. real quick? Tell us what's going on with that.
Oh yeah. So
Get the library.
another thing too is it's just like I had a lot of, you know, the shit keeps us busy and stuff, but again with this mindset, I just feel like you know, I have free time to do shit. Like I don't really watch TV or anything anymore, so it's like I'm on TikTok quite a bit. I was like, nah, fuck this. Let's bring, you know, I've always been into clothes. Like when I was in high school, that's how I first started making money. I had a couple Supreme bots, and I'd cop that shit. You know, wake up every fucking Thursday at 7. Set that bitch, try and cop him, and then flip him on either Grailed or take him down to like round 2 Melrose, that kind of thing. So, you know, with the fitness industry, and you know, I like a lot of the clothes and stuff, but there isn't really like that streetwear look. Like I don't think anyone's like ever really done it. Like bought something, you know, like you go to like some of those kids in downtown LA, you know, the dress with the baggy pants and stuff, and you're like, yo, would you wear this? And you show them any of the fitness stuff, they'd be like negative. My goal is like I want to bring something to the table that, you know, those kind of people would wear. When I say those kind of people, just like
skaters.
Yeah, like a skater look almost, like a, you know, like a Supreme
like
style
style.
thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, let me see if I can do that.
Yeah.
Also kind of give my little bro to do something too, because he just moved down to Houston as well. He's hooking me up with he's helping with like, you know, record my shit, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm gonna have him be a big part of that. And I was just like, you know, like it'd be fucking dope to have something, especially just like long term too, because it's like, yeah, I love doing this and I'm confident crypto will, you know, exceed in the future. But it's like I'd rather set some shit up too that it's like, five years from now I can stand
It's
away.
yours. It's yours.
And I've got that bread and it's mine. And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm also just fucking stoked to like have my own shit on. Like if I walk around Alphaland and see Fool with Heinous t-shirts on, I'm gonna fucking tweak out, bro.
That's how we feel about this.
Yeah,
shit,
bro,
right?
I'm fucking tweak out. Like that just got to be the craziest feeling.
It's different, you know, because they're really supporting you directly, like you.
100%. Because it's also like at the same time, like again, like I love fools using my codes and shit, but it's like, you know, to support me, but it's like you say, bro, like you get, which is, you know, 5, 15, 20%, but it's like, why not 100, bro?
Yeah.
Why not 100? Let's make that shit happen. So it's like, it's also, like I was saying, you know, I want to bring a different style, run that shit up. But we'll see, bro. Hopefully that shit's dropping soon. Just building the website, you know, doing all that bullshit.
Gonna be dope.
Heinous.inc on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Link that in the bio.
Link in the bio.
All right, we're gonna hop on live.
I need to.
we do.
I literally went over my meeting because of this podcast.
No, we're good. We're good.
Like this video.
Yeah, you better like it.
You better like it.
Abuse that like button.
You know what we do at the lives at the end of the pod?
Nah.
All right, so we're going IG live on our podcast
Somebody can
channel,
ask you a question on live.
and like they'll jump on and just ask you a question. If it's out of pocket, feel free to not answer. But
Oh, yeah, because we can get
Tennis.
banned. We can get banned on that. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see my face.
Well, at least TikTok, bro. We getting banned on that shit every time I go
I
live, bro.
feel like TikTok really, there was a point where they locked it down. Where like even my content from fucking months and months ago is getting flagged. I was like, bro, like that's
That's why I got
What
over
do?
it, bro.
I don't
like, you
know.
what?
I don't like TikTok at all.
No, bro, me either.
just-
Is penis a fruit? That's a crazy question.
it sucks because TikTok is so obviously where you should be to grow, but the content is just so
You
mindless.
can.
Yo.
You can.
What's good?
That person.
Yeah, exactly.
What is he
What up,
doing?
G?
No,
Not much, bro.
You got a solid question for cousin?
Yes, I do.
All right, hit it.
Zero,
Run
bro.
it.
Your boy Crypto. What's good?
What's poppin', my boy?
So I got one question. What made you get started with cryptocurrency, bro?
So it's a good one because a lot of people fucking today have just kind of gotten for it for the bread. And that was definitely a part of it, you know, was getting in for the money. But when I first looked at this shit, you know, I'd seen so many flaws in the traditional finance system. And, you know, crypto had a lot of that shit that eliminated it, you know, human error, greed, you know, because of algorithm and all that shit. It could eliminate those problems. And, you know, just like the thought of like the bank, like those fools, like the bank's literally nothing. They don't do shit except, you know, store your money. And they're tens of billions of dollars, you know, those motherfuckers have got. So I was just like, you know, there's no real need for them. And at the same time, they can hold your funds, do whatever they want. They pretty much control your money. You know, a lot of people always saying freedom this, freedom that. You know, how do you not want financial freedom? How do you not want the control of your own bread? So that was like, you know, the main reason I got in. And then for sure, you know, trying to fucking make some bread was definitely part of it too.
Of course. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You gotta have
All right, bro.
everything.
Good question, brother.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
fine
thank you for that question.
I'll see you at the gym tomorrow, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, bro.
See ya.
Hey, man, To's in here. Go to bed, bro. Go prep.
Anthony, you're on prep, bro.
Go to bed, bro.
Bring Ant on, bro.
Nah, he's not gonna join. He's fucking.
Nah, don't say some out of pocket shit right now.
He's eating egg whites and oatmeal.
Bro, he's
Cream
eating
rice.
3,000 calories.
Yeah,
like,
no, Ant's metabolism is next.
3,100
fucking level,
calories,
bro.
like 2 weeks out,
Yeah,
5 weeks
he's-
out.
What?
Yeah, he's cutting
bro,
on like 3,000
crazy.
calories.
That's
Honestly.
nuts.
Crazy, bro.
He's not gonna edit it.
I just watched his
fine.
video like last 31. I was like 31, what, 9 days out, something like that. I was wow.
Word.
You were what?
Bro, this was
3,100 calories, 9 days out. That's
he's not even suffering, bro. He's like
That's
force
crazy.
feeding.
And he's like, yeah, I started getting cravings. I'm like, bro, what?
Bro, that's insane.
They're eating 800 calories.
Fucking
Word.
nuts.
All right, dude. Well, that
Nah,
was,
he's not joining.
that was solid.
Some last thoughts, words from you, sir.
Any last words?
All right, peace.
I already said this on one pod, but I think it's still valid. So fucking, I'm gonna rip this shit again. But you only got to be right one time. Your shit'll never be the same. So you know, take that fucking chance, take that risk, because you know you don't want to be fucking cooking burgers and living in a trailer park your whole life. You're gonna get no hot fucking bitches, none of that shit. Just keeping it real. You know, you gotta chase your shit. With every great shit comes sacrifice. You just it is what it is. But
If you need to make that burgers value chasing your goals,
Yeah, yeah,
do
yeah.
it
facts,
definitely.
100%, but don't just
100%.
be doing that shit.
Yeah.
Facts.
Don't start enjoying that.
Things don't change unless things change. Motherfucker.
Wow, write that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Legacy loading.
Legacy loading hoodies, bro.
Yeah, coming soon. If you
Coming
made it this
soon.
far.
And yo, the next
Yeah.
pod is gonna be right before summer shredding, right?
Yeah,
Crazy.
We already kind of know.
we should start pumping them out, like maybe
Yeah.
2.
We're
Because
gonna probably try to do 2 week, but
we have a lot of
we'll
people down here, so we're gonna
see you
try
guys
to get
episode 14.
Yeah, 14.
Peace.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, Josh.
Thanks, Mighty. Shout out, Mighty.